Hello, everyone. My name is DJ Woldridge, and right next to me, right here, this boy
with the deepest of V's on the t-shirt is Sam Basher, and we're talking about Young Justice Outsiders, the kids show, but now it's made for adults, so suck it, kids. We're talking about Season 3, Episode 20, Quiet Conversations. Quickie synopsis, Vic Stone it reaches a crisis point, but he's not the only one. Wow. Remember we do the Swamp Thing reviews, and it would just be
paragraphs.
It would just be
paragraphs
everything.
And paragraphs.
It'd be their thoughts. But hey.
So this episode, we're circling back to Vic. He's not too happy with his pop classic Victor Stone shenanigans. But apparently when he gets grumpy, the demonic technology that runs his body,
the demon soul computer that's inside of his body starts taking over.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
You can't get mad ever.
Yeah.
Or a demon takes
He's
over.
having a rough go. No, Sam, you can get mad just as long as you find the most persnickety god in the universe.
Easy peasy. And it's a bit of a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
But it's the first time in this episode, so he's got to get it purged, whatever it is. Different things, his soul, what have you. Also, wait, there was one thing. Oh, I liked in the last episode. They're like, "Where's Vic?" Probably in the next episode.
He's over there pouting.
A little too much to animate everybody in this
Yeah.
one. We gotta wait to have his very own. No, he's pouting. So we get on a wild goose chase. We get Dreamer from the Forever People.
Yes.
Not Dreamer from Supergirl.
Yeah. Also, that did confuse me, but you know what?
I didn't think about it, but also I went,
Yeah.
The Forever People aren't people I can really name
I
off.
don't think we've seen them since season 1.
No, Bear was in this season. He was
That's right.
one,
That's right. He was.
That's how we got Forager.
Yeah.
And then they dropped off their bike, and then they didn't come back.
Yeah.
I think they're in season 2 as well. But yeah, anyways, Dreamer says like you got to go find Metron. He doesn't like us so much, so you got to go ping
Metron
pong
doesn't appear
around.
to like anybody. I like the design of Metron. Also, I did like that they end up on the source wall.
That was super
They're
cool.
just on the source wall, which was cool. Also, interaction with Superman.
Yeah, whatever he's doing out there, fighting wars on other planets. I did like that. It was weird because he said he's my brother, which I'm like, yeah, that's probably a healthy way to.
Yeah,
not like
because they didn't
cousin.
They flirt with the idea of it, like a father-son type thing.
I thought so.
That's weird. In season 1, it's like, yeah, brother's better.
Yeah, this isn't like the son you didn't know you had.
Yeah.
So this is different. This is whatever it is.
Also, your arch enemy's mixed in there too, so it's like,
ugh,
yeah,
you know. Hate your ex. No, it's cool to actually see them like each other. I did like that we earned it through season 1. Like, I think Superman having a fault in the first season was nice because it was just like, yeah, the person you hate the most stole your DNA and then made a weapon that was meant to kill you. You can be not super on board with him now living in your house. And so I liked him. I like that they actually have a relationship now. I like that he invited him to come to the wedding.
Be the best man.
That's pretty cool.
Be the best man, and like Superman didn't even know.
What that meant.
That was like, wait, you're getting married? Like that was fun. That was cool. I like their dynamic a lot.
And I liked Metron being they captured the character perfectly. He was very out of touch, but until you said something kind of interesting, he's like, I've never seen this before. I'm gonna go look at this.
Oh no, I'm not here to save him. I just want to watch him die.
Yeah, I don't even know what he is exactly.
Yeah.
And it was cool that we got to see I like the way they've connected everything together, that the soul of the Fatherbox went back to the source, whatever that is.
Yeah.
In the comics, they've explained it like 90 different times. It'll be whatever the Young Justice crew wants it to be. That's good.
It was cool. The source wall did look cool, though.
And Cyborg, when he was starting to freak out and like all like the crystal spires coming out of his arms and everything.
By the way, wouldn't be the worst idea, I don't think, if you wanted to put Cyborg in the New Gods movie. Did you think that watching this?
No, but that's pretty
Considering
cool.
how much they were connecting him, it's like... Cyborg could be your window. You could get Ray Fisher back and have him be your window into the New Gods world.
Yeah, he's your connected tissue to everything if you want him to. He's your personal transport if you want to. He team up with Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. Those are
Orion. Those are the ones that Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, and Orion are the ones that I'm most interested in seeing. Darkseid, obviously. I mean,
High Father, because I want to see who can grow a beard like that. But that just depends. We'll wait and see.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Speaking of bridges, let's go under that bridge, under the water, down to the bottom of the ocean. And that's when we get to see Aquaman in action. It's so cool that Calder is Aquaman now.
Yes.
I do like his new costume.
I like the new costume. I liked Arthur. There you go. I was like, what's Aquaman's real name? Arthur. His explanation of why he's Aquaman. Although it was a little weird. This like the feint that they put on here. The like, oh, is something developing between? No.
Oh,
no,
between
not.
those two? Yeah.
No, it's not. Nothing's developing.
Gotcha.
Between
Calder went and smooched on. It looked like Garth. I don't think it's Garth though.
It might be because they established their friendship in the first one. The only thing that weirded me out is like, shouldn't you be doing diplomatic stuff? Isn't Garth supposed to be off doing diplomatic stuff?
I mean,
good for them.
Whoever this character turns out to be, Dolphin was the name that we threw out there. I feel like everyone's kind of on the same page there. Also, I totally forgot. I did like the little note where it's like, oh, she doesn't know how to speak underwater.
Yeah.
And so
there's a whole language, all that stuff, and like, cool.
No, normal languages don't work underwater. I'm like, that's honestly, actually pretty interesting.
That's all I need from most of genre stuff is just throw me a little gift of like, how are they able to sci-fi gobbledygook like in Doctor Who? It's like, oh, the TARDIS translate, sure, but just acknowledge that they wouldn't be speaking the same language. You know what I mean? Like Thanos comes down in Infinity War, no question about why they're all able to speak the same way. Guardians are bouncing all over the galaxy.
Guardians, they in the first movie they were like, he's got a translator in this helmet. That's why it sits right here.
You go.
But they never said that out loud. It was when they got their their warrants or whatever. It was down like, what does he have? Cybernetic enhancement translator.
Got it.
But as far as I know, everyone else on Earth does not.
Do they talk about that in Captain Marvel? The whole language? Do they touch on language at all?
No, I think the Thanos one's the biggest stretch.
Yeah. Just and again, it doesn't need to make that much sense. Just let me know you thought about it. This show just did the underwater language translator. We're both speaking Atlantean. Let's go.
And here's magic. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know if this works forever, but you'll figure it out. I like the way that they're able to take characters from all over the world. Like we find out that she's Hindi, she speaks Hindi, and that's pretty cool. And I did like that she is kind of peeling back. Maybe it's part of her power. She's able to see that Calder's lying about something, and they like specifically point out like the lie that he fabricated, and you're like, okay, cool, we're diving into this. Also, this episode we mentioned last week, they were like, wow, there's a lot of plot threads. This one did at least a little bit of a better job connecting everything back together,
and it was also a little more tightly focused. It's mostly on Cyborg stuff. With also the other big plot line we got on this was Halo dealing with. Going back and basically like telling her family like, hey, this is what happened with me, by the way,
and I'm not your daughter, and I don't sound like your daughter apparently. Not really sure. Who cares? It's the space ghosts are inside of her, and it was really heartfelt. I did like everyone's point of view. Her family's been through a little bit. Hopefully Halo makes it out here, and I know these aren't your parents anymore, but they kind of are. I don't know how to describe what you are to them now. I don't know how the relationship works. But, hey, it was nice of you to at least go give them some closure. That was... Halo's going through it.
So what was rougher, the Halo stuff or the Harper roast?
Both are pretty rough. But for Harper Row, I'm glad they acknowledged that, wow, she's going through a lot right now. Now she's getting help. I don't know. She's going into the foster care system, or she's going in with someone. And I liked that this message at the end of it had a clear message of like, you don't always know when abuse is happening. You can call this number. I like when shows take the time, especially on like a platform like this where it's kind of like behind a paywall. It's a little bit more exclusive, but at the same time they're still able to tell them, like, say a message and try to get people mobile. If they do see something, you should say something. So, and I don't know if this is Violet Rose anywhere close to her origin from the comics, but at the very least, this show's trying to make her more important, and I'm glad that now she can be in a healthier place, and so can her brother.
And I like that it didn't feel like a very special episode. It's just that's what this character was going through, and so here's a message at the end. Like, by the way,
it had a good like tear down of like what the threat level was. Like, this is still very important. What happening to Violet is important. But the other one is like Halo trying to explain what happened to her body to her parents, and the next step up is a cyborg getting taken over by a space demon. The other one is them ping-ponging around to find a god in the universe. Like, it did a good job showing you the entire scope of the DC universe. So this episode was, I think it's one of my like favorite from the season because it really had, like you said, it's very clean and concise, and it had something to say, and I think they nailed it all the way across the board. So I give it like a 9 out of 10. I really dug it, and I hope Cyborg can be like more on board.
Hopefully he can be part of the team now, and him and Beast Boy can interact, because that would be fun.
I don't even know if they talked. I think they like, hey Cyborg, you got a room? Okay, bye. And he went and watched Netflix.
100%. So I would like to see more of that, and I wouldn't hate it if we start incorporating more of the. I know we have too many characters on the show. But I wouldn't hate if we saw like a Starfire or a Raven, or you know what I mean. Like
I like that Cyborg got this season.
Yeah,
give those two. Give them on the next.
Well,
season.
now we know we have season 4, so
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So amen. We talked last week. We were nervous about it, but hey, season 4.
And Doom Patrol season 2.
It's on HBO Max. I don't know if we could buy that one, gang. I'm going to try. So I want my friends and I want my Doom Patrol, but we have DC Universe, so we'll have to wait and see. But let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Make sure you go check out it's an anime show that we're doing over on Patreon, where we do reviews of new anime series and movies, and we bring on special guests, and you guys can be involved. So don't miss out. There's a special offer going on right now, but it's going to be ending soon, so don't miss it. I'm Sam at Sam Basher.
I'm DJ at DJ Talks Trash.
Boom, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.